Welcome back. Well, instead of one unboxing today, we have two because one just up and showed up. So, when we come back, we're going to start opening birthday presents. Okay, let me start with this. All right, here we go. Let's see if I pull it back. Yeah, there we are. All right, I think you can see this now. This is a box from my darling neighbor Jane, who clearly understands what it's like to have a hoarder neighbor, because this is a great little box. So we are going to start by opening this. Ooh, this is very exciting. Air pillows. I like air pillows. And let's see what we've got here. Jane was at a flea market today. Oh my goodness. This is a beautiful little Japanese lusterware bowl with a bird. This is lovely. I started to say Jane was at a flea market today, and we've talked about that. My neighbor Jane, as you know, is 81, and her husband is 83, 84. I'm going to say 83 and a half because I'm really not sure what. And that man will not stay still. He just scoots off absolutely oh my goodness. Scoots off absolutely everywhere, every chance he gets. And look at this, another lusterware piece. Wow, this is beautiful. Well, he wanted to go running off to flea markets. And I take it that's where Jane got these. Now, I'm going to have to ask her how it is that she knows about the lusterware. Because although I get lusterware all the time, I don't really have it laying around my house. In other words, the lusterware I have is usually either being prepped for sale or my own stuff is in cabinets. So either this was just a super, super lucky guess, or that woman's been watching my videos. Anyway, I already thanked her for the fantastic box. Now I'm going to have to thank her for what's in it. These are beautiful pieces. So let's take a peek at this first. We've talked about this before. In addition to the fact that we've got a nice lusterware piece and it has the peach rim, birds. Birds are really, really popular. I am not at all sure why. What is it that people love about birds? I don't know. But especially these brightly colored tropical birds. This, wow. This is a variation on that traditional Noritake scene. Tree, lake, coastline, little shack, a little birds in the air. Obviously, this is a standard Japanese design. I don't think there was any intention to attempt to recreate a Noritake style on this, but this is a design that is just traditional and very, very typical of Japanese. I keep trying to hold this so that it will stay up, but because I can't see the front of it, It's getting a little hard, and that horizon is tipping, and I'm sure it's making all of you seasick. It's making me seasick. So this is a very classic Japanese design too, and it has the little divots in here, holes, that's what they are, holes. Sometimes when bowls had little holes like this, it was because they had rattan, willow, or bamboo handles, and you could just sort of carry it like a little bowl / basket. I don't think that was the case here. And therefore I'm assuming the holes were strictly decorative. And the reason I don't think they were used for handles is that's a lot of space between the hole and the edge of the plate. Usually when they had handles, it was much closer to the rim, and very often the rim would have been a little thicker in this area to sort of reinforce it because it was going to take the weight of the handles. But these are just beautiful pieces, really beautiful. So I'm going to have to tell Jane that I like what was inside the box just as much as I like the box itself. So let's take a look at this one. Now, as you can see right here, I haven't even opened this one. I decided to save this and share it with all of you. So this is going to be a complete surprise to me. Well, I say complete surprise. This is from Karen Hopper. And Karen is our jewelry fabricator. She has made some gorgeous pieces for giveaways on this channel. And we all know that she is a talented artist with fabulous taste. It's wonderful when you deal with artists. Their taste is just wonderful. Because, of course, they're artists. So let's see what we got here. Okay. Well, we've got a little dish. Oh, very, very pretty. Japan, and it's marked in gold on the back. It's marked 1157. Now, let me see if I can get this. I'm trying to get it so that you can see the design on it without too much glare from the light. Beautiful little soft pastels. Now, on the back, we have Made in Japan, and then we have initials, KP, and 1157. So we know, November 1957, that's a no-brainer. But why somebody would have signed off on this, I don't know. Ordinarily, when Japanese pieces like this are signed, they are signed with the family name of the artist. That's it. Taikei is one. Honda is, I refer to him as Frank Honda because I believe his first initial was F. And I have no idea what his first name is, but he was one of the Nortaki artists. This is unusual. This is very definitely along the pattern of an American signature and dating. So, interesting. I don't know what to make of it, and I'm probably going to do some research on that because I love finding out new things, and that is extremely interesting. Also, I don't know if you noticed, can you see the glitter? That's signed in gold, and this is edged in gold, very beautifully edged. This is certainly not an amateur piece. There's no question about that. And I'm just wondering if this is a piece that was made in Japan and then signed off on by the, okay, don't worry, nothing broke, signed off on by the artist, in which case very interesting because that was, as I say, an unusual method of signing off. So what do we have here? We have a ginger jar. We have a really pretty ginger jar. All right. Very, very pretty. I don't think you're going to be able to read this because it's a gold foil sticker. If you can, it's Andrea by Sadek. And this is a beautiful Asian ginger jar with no lid. You know what that means. If it's got no lid, no reason why it can't be a lamp. Beautiful pieces. This is our front, and then we have a smaller version of the design in the back. Lovely. This is a Japan piece, and it says so on the label, but we can tell from the design. These are chrysanthemums, which is the national flower of Japan. They love their chrysanthemums. What I like about this is the colors are really unusual. We've got a green that I'm going to say is sort of olive green, a dark orange and a yellow. And our little bird has some blue in it. Definitely what we're looking at is sort of fall colors here. Andrea by Sadek. I have no idea who Andrea is. I have no idea who Sadek is. This is a company that was importing both Japanese and Chinese pieces, and they had them custom made to their own specifications. So they would go to Japan, or China. China being Taiwan Cold War. China being Taiwan at the time, and not mainland China. They would go over and they would commission pieces, say, this is what we want it to look like, so on and so forth, and they'd work it out with the Asian companies, and the companies would produce items for them, meeting their specifications, and then this company, Andrea by Sadek, would market them in the United States to department stores, and we're talking Saks Fifth Avenue, Bonwit Teller. It wasn't going to Walmart or Kresge's or Woolworths. These were fine pieces. I have two pieces marked, not with the foil sticker, but actually stamped Andrea by Sadek in my dinner china collection because they are so beautifully executed. And they're just really impressive. So those were pieces that I just said, I don't care. Now, what is it I don't care about? People say that pieces like this are not as good because the American company, Andrea by Sadek, went in, dictated what they wanted, and then the Asian artisans didn't have much in terms of creative control. They were just executing a design, hand-painted, mind you, but they were executing a design that somebody else laid out for them. Well, in fact, most of the Asian china that we see that is within our price ranges and affordable was made in very much the same way, minus the American going in. The rose medallion china had set designs. Even if no one stood over the artist and said, this is exactly what you must draw, the artist knew exactly what he or she must paint in order to have the correct design, because the designs are highly structured. And we see that in a lot of Asian pieces. The designs that we see coming out of Asian porcelain factories today are going to be virtually identical to the designs that were coming out in 1820 or, in fact, 1750. there's not a lot of room for artistic self-expression in Asian porcelain making. And I'm not saying this to be critical of the Asian porcelain makers, it's just the way it is. So I don't see that big a difference between a piece like this and any of the other Asian porcelain I have. I can tell you what the actual difference is. The actual difference is if I went into the store when this was new on the shelf, I could have bought a dozen pieces and I would probably not be able to tell one from another, even if I spent a month studying them. Whereas with most rose medallion, rose canton, rose mandarin pieces, yes, I would be able to spot differences, even pieces that were designed to be identical because they would have been part of a service set or something, much more regimented. Is that enough of a difference for me to discount a piece like this? No, absolutely not. So this is lovely, and I do think this might make an awfully nice lamp project at some point, or, maybe just to be used as a vase. I'll have to think on that. So let's see. Oh, small here. And you know what they say about good things coming in small packages. And remember, I have a box, so it's not hoarding if you keep it in a pretty box. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is, ooh, this is a darling little figurine. Yes, it is Japan. Wow. Look at this. This is a bud vase. One little tiny flower will go in here. This is just lovely. This is a little angel. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say it's a little seductive angel, but it's a little naked angel. I think it's naked, playing a drum. And this is just a delightful little piece. Pieces like this were incredibly popular in the 1940s in particular. These little angels and tiny little bud bays. People would put a lot more effort into doing things like serving breakfast, and believe me, 10 years later in my family, because I was born in the 50s, it's like a frying pan went on the table and it's like, here's your bacon, But in the 1940s, people would put an awful lot more effort into things like breakfast, and Mom would put a little flower, even a dandelion from the garden, into a little vase, stick it on the table for breakfast or lunch, and something like this is reminiscent of a much more elegant lifestyle from days gone by. So lovely. And what are you? You are, oh wait, where are you? Oh, I have a feeling that we absolutely must do lamp. We have a great little, let's see what this says. This is 3 1/4 Hong Kong, and this, yep. And it's pre-drilled. That's going to have to be re-drilled because, as you can see, it's very much off-center. And one of our lamp projects was, in fact, using not a base that was off-center, but a hole in the vase that was off-center. And we compensated for it by making a much larger hole in the stand so that the pipe that goes through the middle of the lamp could be readjusted, just sort of scooted around in that hole to compensate for the off-center drilling. This, we're going to have to re-drill this. And you can see it more obviously here on the back. No two ways around this, very much off-center, but this is still a lovely little stand, because remember, it will never be seen. What will happen when this becomes a lamp is there's going to be a very large washer covering most of this depression. The bottom of the vase is going to be here. This is the only thing you're going to see, and this is beautiful. So, fabulous. All right, very exciting. Ooh, we got another one. Oh my, okay. This is just, are you the same size? You seem a little smaller. You are a little smaller. All right, we've got this one, which is in fact even more properly sized for this. All right, this is going to happen. Yes. No hole, which means we put in our round. Is this also Hong Kong? Yes, it is. And this is 3 inches, so it is a little smaller. Very nicely carved and incised. Can you see the nice little carvings here? Beautiful. All right, this is going to be fun. We are going to have a great time with this. So we have a built-in project, and I'm going to have to go check on my lamp size. Ooh, pretty. All right, this is Japan Golden Love Peacock. All right, yes. The companies, and this says Golden Love Peacock made in Japan. The companies, the import companies, very often had very extravagant names like that. It was more usual to see those wildly extravagant names from companies importing porcelain from China than Japan, but still you do see them. This is beautiful. It's cobalt blue with a gilded peacock. The blue is so dark, it's almost black. It is just lovely. And of course we have the smaller design on the back. This is just totally fantastic. All right, that is amazing. So let's see what else we have in here, because I'm not through with this yet. Oh, open me. I like when they tell me what to do. Ooh, wait. Where are you going? All right. This is beautiful. And these light green stones right here are my birthstone. Those are peridot. And we've got some green. It's a wonderful gold green. I don't know. Oh, well, there we go. We've got a note in here. So let's see. Okay. Open freshwater pearls, peridot, white lace agate beads. One of my first attempts at making a piece from scratch. So this is one of Karen's pieces of jewelry. And I'm putting this on backwards here. There we go. This is one of Karen's pieces. I want to cry. This is just so lovely. In the card, she says you can keep it or use it as a giveaway. I'm sorry, folks. It's not going to be a giveaway. even though I know some of you also have August birthdays, no, sorry, I am keeping it. Especially because it was one of her early pieces, and Karen's pieces are just lovely. Okay, our ginger jar, I'm afraid, is not going to be a lamp because it does have its little lid. And as you can see, it's immediately obvious that this is the lid because of the unusual color combination. But one of the things I won't do is I won't take a ginger jar that has its own lid and turn it into a lamp. And people say to me frequently, well, they don't say to me, they comment on my videos, it's like, how can you turn that into a lamp? You're drilling holes. Well, everybody has their own sort of value structure on this. For me, I will not disassemble a piece to turn it into a lamp. I won't take the lid off and throw it away in order to turn this into a lamp. Now, let's grab this. Even though we do have some beautiful little stands. No, it's a ginger jar. It will remain a ginger jar. So for me, that would be destructive. And so it's not going to happen. If the lid had already been missing, sure, I would turn it into a lamp because the damage has already been done. But as far as I'm concerned, I am not going to be the one to disassemble a piece just for the fun of being able to turn it into a lamp. No. Ooh. 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 Yes. This is beautiful. Now this one is black. Let me show you the cobalt, because I said the cobalt was almost. Can you see the very slight, because this is so, this one right here is so dark it's almost black. Very similar pieces. Again, peacocks on both of them. Let's see if I can get that around so you can see it. Highly gilded, both pieces. Beautiful. Very typical of the Japan pieces that were coming into the U.S. in basically in the second half of the 20th century, 1970s to 1990s. These pieces were really big, relatively inexpensive, but exceptional quality. We don't have anything on the back of this, so we just got the design on the front. Really beautiful. And as I say, they were coming in second half of the 20th century. Oh, I'm sorry, and I didn't show you this. This was the beautiful little bag that the necklace came in. Ooh. All right. Well, that is it. That was a serious birthday haul, I think. So thank you so much, Karen. As I say, this is staying with me. It really is. There's too much sentiment in having one of Karen's early pieces, because as you know, I have some pieces of jewelry that Karen has made, a couple of them. In fact, one of them I am going to put up for a giveaway, mostly because I just can't justify keeping everything. I'd like to, but I can't. So, but this, yes, I can justify keeping this. I really can, especially because, as I say, one of her earliest pieces at making jewelry from scratch. No, there's a lot of sentiment in that. So that's staying with me. Thank you, Karen. I do love it. All right, now before I start crying, let's talk about what is going on globally on our channel, we have the giveaway from Amy's Amazing Accoutrements that is going on now. If you haven't seen it, remember, this is last Sunday's video, so it's yesterday's video. Take a look. I am pinning a comment that will have all of her contact information so you can check out her shops and enter her giveaways. So be sure to do it. Now, Julie and all of Julie's fabulous thrift finds and baby blankets and whatever else. Julie's little I believe it was two grandsons, who are winner picking even as we speak. So we will have a winner from Julie's giveaway that will be announced at the end of this week. So we are just moving these shop spotlights right along. If you have an eBay or Etsy shop and you would like us to spotlight your shop, absolutely get in touch. Yes, Audie, I can't believe it. I got through all that unboxing without having to deal with a cat fighting through the packages, and here he comes sniffing, checking out the boxes. So, Audie, do you want to come up and just say hi very quickly? Come on. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, just enough so that they know you're here. There, say hello. All right. And I thought we were going to get away with no Audie cat on this video. Not happening. All right, enter the giveaways. Go check out our spotlighted shops. Thank you so much to Karen for today's unboxing. I will see you all on Wordy Wednesday. Take care.